Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS Small Business and ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to Empowering SMEs. Directors, crowdsourced funding, equity raising presents great opportunities for you and obviously your companies. If you want to grow your business and stay ahead of competitors and offer a wide range of solutions to your clients, solutions that provide you with new income streams through new businesses, generate a variety of interesting, challenging work for your team, which will keep them motivated to stay with your organisation, generate improved workflow for your management team, then you will be very interested in the opportunities that crowdsourced funding, equity raising from private companies presents to you. If your turnover is under $25 million per annum and your gross assets are valued at under $25 million, then your company is potentially eligible to utilise crowdsourced funding, equity raising for private companies to raise up to $5 million every 12 months, subject, of course, to the market supporting your company's proposals. The amendments to the crowdsourced funding legislation were passed by the Senate on the 12th of September and become operational 28 days after the Governor-General has signed the Royal Assent. And I anticipate this will mean that crowdsourced funding, equity raising for private companies without having to convert to an unlisted public company will be available to all eligible companies from around mid-October. But it's not easy to raise capital. There is no gain without pain. You will need to undertake a fair bit of work to get investment ready. You will need assistance from an accountant who understands the crowdsourced funding, equity raising process. And the subscribing accountants to the ESS BIZTOOLS package of services have got access to the material that we have produced to assist them to be able to deliver an outstanding service to your businesses. Most Western countries have had crowdsourced funding, equity raising for the last 5 to 7 years. New Zealand has been one of the leaders in this area for the last 6 years. So the business model has been well proven. What is needed now is companies who are keen to be able to operate in that market. So that you're fully informed of all aspects of the opportunities that crowdsourced funding is presenting to you, we are presenting a special free webinar on Wednesday the 26th of September at 12:30 p.m. AEST. You can log on by going to www.esssmallbusiness.com.au to register for that webinar. The second task is for company directors and officers to brush up on your corporate governance knowledge. Because if you are going to attract investors, you will have some other people being appointed to the board of directors, because a crowdsourced funding company requires a minimum of 2 directors. You can have more, but the majority of them must be residents of Australia. You might be interested to have a look at the Corporate Governance Network webinar series that we are producing. And in fact, webinar workshop number 2 features some very interesting keynote speakers that will assist you on your journey to run a better business, but also obviously to think about going down the crowdsourced funding journey path. Andrew Geddes, who recently retired after 11 years as the chair of Green Cross Limited, is the leading keynote speaker in this recording number 2. Geddes is tracing the story of a little startup company that started in Townsville about 15 years ago and ended up on the ASX ranked in the top 200 companies. A phenomenal journey. And Andrew will highlight some of the key items that he, as a chairman of the board of directors, the other directors and the senior management team learnt on that journey, so that you might be able to implement some of those ideas into your own business. Paul Barnaby, a chartered accountant and the representative for Plan Guru, an international budgeting and cash flow software company, will discuss the importance of budgets and cash flows for businesses, but in particular why directors need to have a clear understanding of the budgeting and cash flow forecasting processes that are utilised in your company or organisation. Ross Contarino, who is a business facilitator for the Australian Industry Group, who are consulting to the federal government to present a range of programs, will discuss a very topical issue, and that is how do companies and organisations minimise the opportunity for very unscrupulous people to attack you by cyber means. In other words, the discussions on cyber security for your business. Trevor Marchant from Marchant Dallas is a master sales trainer, and he will talk about the need for company directors to ensure that there is a positive attitude towards selling in your company or organisation. There is also a corporate knowledge update featuring crowdsourced funding, equity raising for private companies, directors' leadership. Financial matters in this edition covers the balance sheet, marketplace overview, marketing plans, competitors analysis, and a discussion on the Export Market Development Grant. The Corporate Governance Network is being presented in 9 separate 90 to 120-minute webinar workshops during 2018-19. You can join at any time and access prior webinar recordings because they're all available for subscribers to access. The full year's subscription is $499 including GST, or you can subscribe for an individual video if you wish for $78 including GST. This could be a great forerunner for you improving your corporate knowledge skills, and perhaps later on you want to do the Institute of Company Directors Diploma course, which costs a lot more, takes a lot more time, and is fairly advanced. But for directors of SME companies, turnovers up to $25 million, this is an ideal introduction or a refresher course on all things to do with corporate governance. You can also obtain a free copy of the video recording for webinar number 1 of the Corporate Governance Network. When you're on the ESS Small Business website, you can click on to gain access to the recorded video. Watch it at your leisure. That will give you a good idea of the style of presentations that we are making available to our subscribers. So the big news of this day is the Corporate Governance Network is alive and well, and you are most welcome to join. And there is tremendous opportunities for companies all around Australia that have got turnovers under $25 million, assets valued at under $25 million, to seriously think about whether you would like to raise some capital to acquire another business, pay off debts, or expand your current business, or do something else that's very audacious but will add value to your business. So we look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Goodbye.